You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The needs of a happy life are very few. You don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Today, I escaped anxiety. Or no, I discarded it because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Confine yourself to the present. Straight, not straightened. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Whatever happens to you has been waiting to happen since the beginning of time. That which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees. To live happily is an inward power of the soul. You can commit injustice by doing nothing. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Do every act of your life as if it were your last. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Understand that your time has a limit set to it. Use it, then to advance your enlightenment, or it will be gone and never in your power again. It is silly to try to escape other people's faults. They are inescapable. Just try to escape your own. If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake or looking at things from the wrong perspective. I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after. And the truth never harmed anyone. What harms us is to persist in self-deceit and ignorance. I was once a fortunate man, but at some point fortune abandoned me. But true good fortune is what you make for yourself. Good fortune, good character, good intentions, and good actions. Choose not to be harmed. and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. It can ruin your life only if it ruins your character. Otherwise, it cannot harm you, inside or out. Concentrate every minute like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, with justice, and on freeing yourself from all other distractions. Yes, you can, if you do everything as if it were the last thing you were doing in your life, and stop being aimless. Stop letting your emotions override what your mind tells you. Stop being hypocritical, self-centered, irritable. You see how few things you have to do to live a satisfying and reverent life. If you can manage this, that's all even the gods can ask of you. The best answer to anger is silence. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. It is not events that disturb people. It is their judgments concerning them. To love only what happens, what was destined, no greater harmony. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Receive without conceit, release without struggle. Be content to seem what you really are. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. Each of us needs what nature gives us, when nature gives it. Remember, matter, how tiny your share of it. Time, how brief and fleeting your allotment of it. Fate, how small a role you play in it. Nothing natural is evil. He who follows reason in all things is both tranquil and active at the same time, and also cheerful and collected. A rock is thrown in the air. It loses nothing by coming down, gained nothing by going up. If someone responds to an insult like a rock, what has the abuser gained with his invective? Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. The first step, don't be anxious. Nature controls it all. The second step, concentrate on what you have to do. Fix your eyes on it. Remind yourself that your task is to be a good human being. Remind yourself what nature demands of people. Then do it without hesitation. And speak the truth as you see it, but with kindness, with humility, without hypocrisy. Don't be overheard complaining, not even to yourself. Do not be perturbed, for all things are according to the nature of the universal, and in a little while you will be nobody and nowhere. Is any man afraid of change? What can take place without change? What then is more pleasing or more suitable to the universal nature? And can you take a hot bath unless the wood for the fire undergoes a change? And can you be nourished unless the food undergoes a change? And can anything else that is useful be accomplished without change? Do you not see then that for yourself also to change is just the same and equally necessary for the universal nature? True good fortune is what you make for yourself. Good fortune, good character, good intentions, good actions. Let not your mind run on what you lack as much as on what you already have. Objective judgment, now, at this very moment. Unselfish action, now, at this very moment. Willing acceptance, now, at this very moment. Of all external events, that's all you need. How ridiculous and how strange to be surprised at anything which happens in life. You're subject to sorrow, fear, jealousy, anger, and inconsistency. That's the real reason you should admit that you are not wise. Almost nothing material is needed for a happy life, for he who has understood existence. Receive wealth or prosperity without arrogance and be ready to let it go. For God's sake, stop honoring externals. Quit turning yourself into the tool of mere matter, or of people who can supply you or deny you those material things. As the same fire assumes different shapes when it consumes objects differing in shape, so does the one self take the shape of every creature in whom he is present. A man, when he has done a good act, does not call out for others to come and see, but he goes on to another act. As a vine goes on to produce again the grapes in season. Receive without pride. Let go without attachment. When you have assumed these names, good, modest, truthful, rational, a man of equanimity, and magnanimous, take care that you do not change these names. And if you should lose them, quickly return to them. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinions of himself than on the opinions of others. Be content with what you are, and wish not change, nor dread your last day, nor long for it. Consider that before long you will be nobody and nowhere, nor will any of the things exist that you now see, nor any of those who are now living, for all things are formed by nature, to change and be turned and to perish, in order that other things in continuous succession may exist. In a word, if there is a God, all is well. And if chance rules, do not also be governed by it. So I look for the best and am prepared for the opposite. Treat whatever happens as holy nature, not novel or hard to deal with, but familiar and easily handled.